Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Stu Christensen. I am a 43, almost 44-year-old next week, strength athlete. I've been competing in strongman for 19 years or so. I did a bit of powerlifting in there as well, a little bit of Olympic lifting just through training and seminars, but mostly strongman. I've been involved in this sport through competing, I don't know how many times. Promoting though, I've been heavy promoting, especially when I was in Saskatoon living there. I've refed shows, I've emceed shows, I've done pretty much everything you can imagine regarding the sport. And I really enjoyed it. It's done a lot for me. I've done a lot for it as far as I'm concerned. And I think most people would agree. Trying to make this video, like I said, to document recovery of a shoulder injury. 2017, I tore up my shoulder pretty good in the competition and had an MRI. Talked to a surgeon about it at that time. He said, too young to have surgery. What's injured isn't severely injured. It was rehabable. So we went through rehab. I did all that, strengthened it, got it back into shape. Did pretty well. But my arm never ever, and my right arm, my dominant arm, my right arm, right, never functioned the same. Mobility and range of motion was never ever the same. I can't get into a rack position the same way. My arm doesn't hit as I'm pressing. There's certain ranges of motion I just can't hit anymore. And then I kind of worked around it for a lot of years, since 2017, and basically just thought that's how it's going to be. It is what it is. It wasn't inhibiting work, wasn't inhibiting life to a point where it was stressful or really cumbersome. So I just left it, trained as best I could, rehabbed it as best I could. But June of this year, I, of all things, got injured in a funny play, playing slow pitch tournament with a bunch of buddies, and dove out for a ball in the outfield. Very nonchalant play, and put my hand out in the grass, caught something, pulled it backwards, and popped my shoulder out the front side, and ended up tearing a bunch of stuff. So I've had MRI, done all that. Of course, Canadian healthcare system is what it is. That was June, this is October. Go for surgery in December. It should have been done right away. The surgeon said these kind of things need surgery immediately, and never happens here in Canada. It's just how it is. It sucks. It's brutal, and I've had to fight for myself to get through the healthcare system. Never made it easy, and I pushed to get stuff done. But I have scheduled surgery hopefully the first week of December, it sounds like. They're going to get a hold of me mid-November to let me know exactly when about that surgery is supposed to happen. They want to do it right now, but I have 2 months of work right now that I just can't miss. So we're trying to plan for the beginning of December, which is okay. I'll be rehab recovered through December, January kind of thing, and nobody wants to work during Christmas anyways. So I'll make do what I can do. I'll stuff my face with some treats maybe and go from there. So background for me is high-level sports athlete sort of thing. Very high-level field lacrosse, Division 1. Played hockey to the junior level. Played baseball most of my life, mostly back catcher. Hence why things like knees and shoulders and stuff are pretty worn out. Playing back catcher and stuff. You throw more balls than anybody else in the field, pitchers included. And I played back catcher for a lot of years. And just sort of wore out my body a little bit. My knees feel good. I've done a lot of rehab. I've lost some weight. My heaviest, I was about 255 at 5'11". I'm about 220 right now. I feel good, 220, 230. That's where I feel pretty good. I don't like getting thinner than that. I feel skinny, as crazy as that is. I grew up as a really skinny kid. I don't like being smaller. No one would say I'm small right now, I don't think. But I feel that body dysmorphia, sort of bigorexia kind of thing, that I just feel that I'm too small. I'm not big enough. Don't like being that way. So yeah, like to give you perspective, I grew up as a small kid, skinny kid. My dad's a big farm guy. My family's farm families, and most of my uncles are all 6'2", 6'3". I have cousins that are 6'6". I'm 5'11". I'm the shortest of everybody, but I'm built a lot different than they are. I graduated high school at 17 years old, 5'11", 127 pounds. Not kidding. And my heaviest was 256. So basically double my body weight. Through gym training, I played, like I said, high-level sports, was told by coaches and scouts I had to gain weight. Otherwise, I was never going to make it anywhere. So I started going to the gym. And the gym got me hooked, and I fell away from competitive sports. I still play recreational sports, like I said, softball kind of thing. I've coached my kids in sports. My kids took part in things like Taekwondo, which I took part in. Softball, I coached one of my daughters in softball. I've coached kids and other things, and coached hockey for a few years when I was younger. But just fell in love with basically the weight training part of it. Kind of did that to benefit my sports life, but kind of took over. I just focus on weight training now. Really enjoy it. It's my mental health, my mental stress relief. Run 2 businesses. Try to get into 1 business eventually. Like I said, wife and 4 kids. Just life's busy, but that's my getaway. That's my gym training. So I have a garage gym here, as you can see. We have a 3-car garage. 1 bay is mostly gym. Mostly free weights, some cable stuff, but a lot of strongman equipment. I've sold some, which was trying to encourage me to not compete in strongman again. Try to take away the temptation, but I'm kind of getting the bug. And with surgery coming up, I know I always train best with motivation. And that's the honest truth. I don't have motivation right now to train because I'm not doing anything. I'm not competing anything. I don't have a competition coming up. So I find it hard to get in the gym and really stay motivated. And that's just my personality, and it sucks. I don't have the personality to come in here and just train every day for the sake of training. It's not me. I wish it was, because I really enjoy it, but it's just not. So, through a lot of things. Last weekend was 2023 Strongman Corp Canada Nationals for Strongman. I saw that show, watched a bunch of it on YouTube live stream, saw some results and stuff. I just feel like there's a good show this year, but I feel like if I been healthy, there's no way I wouldn't have won. And I hate to say that. I'm not trying to be cocky. I've competed a bunch before. I know I can get to that point again if I really choose to. And I feel like maybe the motivation to compete in strongman next year, being healthy if possible, if I recover from my shoulder surgery well, I would have the ability to get back into it relatively quickly and do well, and do, I think, very well. So, is that's what's going to happen? I don't know. Is it sort of the plan right now? Yes. I had considered doing some other things in the previous couple of years, but just never came to fruition in regards to my training. Like I said, I started competing 2004, 2005. I had some guys in the gym that I was training with that were competing in World Strongman Cup at the time, which was like the elite of the elite, like World's Strongest Man level kind of stuff. And man, they got me hooked. There were some big monsters in the gym, and I was a little pipsqueak in there, and they took me under their wing and said, "Hey, you should try this. You should try this. Come try. And I really was reluctant, man. Like a couple of these guys, like, you know, my height, but 330 pounds, 6'3", 330 pounds, 280 pounds. Like, I was just a little pipsqueak, man. I think I remember being in front of one of the guys, and I pulled 400 in the gym for the first time, and I was like, "Yes, I pulled 400." And he's like, "Okay, now 500. Get the fuck back to work." So that's kind of how they were for training partners, and it was awesome. I loved it, and I miss those guys a lot. I don't see them much anymore, but man, they were essential and a huge part of me taking on this healthy lifestyle and competing and enjoying what I'm doing. But motivation right now, like I said, is I've competed for about 19 years, promoted and judged, refed, emceed, everything you can imagine, and feel like I did well in 2012 as a open class. There was no weight classes back then. Placed top 5 in Western Canada Strongest Man, which is a huge show. It's gotten bigger since then, but that was a big show back then as well. Placed top 5, tied for 5th, sorry, I should say that. Dropped to 6th, but and then competed again for a while. 2017 was a good year. We had some big competitions. We had a under 90 kilogram when weight classes came in, Western Canada Strongest Man. Finished 2nd in that show. Had the events been a little bit more well-rounded, they had no deadlift in that show. Had there been a deadlift, I'm sure I would have won that show. I was 2 points back from 1st and 2 points ahead of 3rd. And in that show, had there been a deadlift, myself and the 3rd place person would have jumped 1-2, and the 1st place person would have jumped down 3rd or 4th, I'm guessing. Just the way the show was. I think I've talked to the promoter of that show since then. Even he has said that he regrets not having a deadlift in that event. It just wasn't a complete test of strength, that show. But it was good. But in that show was the first time I hurt my shoulder. Ended up tearing supraspinatus, partially, a high-grade partial tear, but it wasn't completely torn, so there's no surgery. After MRI, talking to a surgeon, they didn't want to do surgery. I was too young. So I kind of worked and rehabbed around it, got it feeling pretty good, and it has been what it has been. This past June, I hurt it playing slow pitch, dislocated my shoulder diving for a ball, popped my shoulder back, or my arm back, and my shoulder out the front side. Ripped a couple tendons. Well, now I need surgery because I can't do much. I'm basically immobile for a lot of range of motion. Supraspinatus is fully torn. Subscapularis is high-grade partial tear. They're gonna have to tear that probably all the way and refix it. And I don't have any range of motion, any strength going anywhere, like different tests and stuff. I had no mobility. Like pulling, I have all the traction, everything's strong that way. I can deadlift, I can do farmers, I can do all that stuff. It's totally fine, it feels great. Anything pressing, I had no stability in my shoulder and it just basically feels like it's loose and I have no strength whatsoever. I basically can't press a barbell right now overhead. So we're gonna fix that. So I'm hoping to make this a little bit of a vlog and do sort of recovery process. I got 5-6 weeks before surgery. Do a little bit of my training here and there in the next few weeks, see how I'm doing. Precursor to the surgery, post-surgery, some of my rehab, physio, that sort of thing, then getting back into it in the gym. Probably post, I'm hoping a sort of a little brief video a week with some training highlights and that sort of thing, a little bit of talk. Just to let me know let guys know how I'm doing. It's maybe more motivation for me than anybody else, but maybe somebody might want to be interested in seeing what I'm doing. I'm not just the Joe Blow couch potato who's getting surgery. I'm very active. Consider myself strength athlete still, even though I haven't competed for 2 years. Still really want to get back into that if I can, at least a little bit. I don't like not being strong. I've prided myself on being able to still train and walk into the gym at any time and deadlift 500 pounds, and it's no problem. I proved that again today. I did some farmers deadlifts about 5-6 weeks ago. Haven't pulled deadlift in a while. Pulled 500 today, no problem. Could have pulled 5 reps easy. So I pride myself on that being strong. My squat's never been awesome. My press has never been awesome. I have long arms. Deadlift's easy. Pressing sucks. But this vlog hopefully will be a sort of a roundabout way of motivating myself to post things on the web, on YouTube, and just sort of see what's out there, let guys know what I'm doing. If they're interested, if they're not, man, that's cool. Don't even worry about it. If you want to see, subscribe to the channel, like a post, like a video, make a comment, let me know what you're doing, say hi, and yeah, we'll see what's going on. Like I said, it's a 43-year-old, somewhat athletic guy. I played, like I said, high-level sports, and I turned 44 next week, and I want to get back into the gym. I want to get back healthy training where I can do the things that I want to do and not be hindered by tore up shoulder that needs to get fixed, which has been the year for the past 6 years, 7 years, 6 years, I guess. And yeah, I just want to be healthy. I'm tired of having a buggered up shoulder. I competed the last 6 years with a buggered up shoulder and still done well. I wanted to see how I can do with a healthy shoulder. That's the honest truth. So we'll see. Take a look, guys. See what you think. See some of the other videos. I got some training videos from years and years and years ago. They're all on here. You can take a look. A couple of provincial stuff, a couple of deadlifts from nationals I think are on there. Some training sessions, that sort of thing. And then I'll probably put up some videos in the next few weeks here of past competitions. I think I've got some video from 2019 provincials. Ooh, yeah, 2019 nationals. Masters Canada Strongest Man that I competed in, finished 4th in that. Should have won 3rd, but that's a long story. I got some training video from that too. And yeah, we'll just post up some stuff so you guys can see what I've been up to and what I've done before previously, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, any questions, guys, hit me up. Comment on the videos. It's just sort of, I think it's more of a motivation for me to post some stuff on there, whether anybody watches or not. Hey man, it is what it is. That's what YouTube's all about. A lot of guys post lots of stuff. Most don't get very many views. Good luck if you get a bunch. So let's see how it goes, and take care, guys. We'll talk to you soon, and check it out.